As I have previously used the Macs, I found the hardware relatively simple to use. I knew how to access basic software and the internet for blogging and other instances. This computer was also most reliable to work with if I was accessing my blog, as it allowed me to screenshot images and work with them to provide a professional standard throughout my work. The iMacs are also installed with the latest programs which would enable me to create my short sequences, whereas my own laptop or PC and ASUS or Microsoft brands were not up to date and had no access to the same or similar programs when I was at home. One problem I had when using the Mac was saving work. For example, using Photoshop to create my production cards. The network prevented me from saving work and the problem continued for a matter of days, putting my work behind. When producing my animatic, I used a Flipcam, a simple video recorder and camera, borrowed from the school to take images and put them into a sequence. I had also used this piece of equipment previously for my preliminary task, and so I was able to figure my way around it with ease. This would then allow me to extend my planning. The lens of this product was built-in and irreplaceable. The quality was suitable for taking pictures, however for filming a few shots it would appear fuzzy and unfocused. Therefore it would not be reliable to film a professional quality scene. The Flipcam was not paired with its own cable or card reader either, so if I was without my own I was unable to export my footage. The video camera model I used for my main filming was a Canon Ligria HF R76, which was provided by the school. The camera was specifically used for videos, which ultimately meant that the standard of film was considerably enhanced. I had never used this model before, but the simple layout was easy to maneuver throughout the filming process. The shots were clear, focused, and each of my shots were of excellent quality. Though during a few occasions when filming outdoors, the lighting would cause a lens flare, affecting the material. The footage was easily accessible and the camcorder came with both charger and cable, which was convenient to complete my work. With a 16GB SD card, the footage taken previously would not fill the space as fast as the 8GB SD that I had used for previous work. Therefore, I could have had footage backed up on both the iMacs and the camcorder. The Manfrotto Compact Action Tripod was a piece of equipment I used to steady the camcorder whilst filming. Its frame was 133 cm full height and could be adjusted to aid my use. The tripod allowed my work to frame precisely, suiting the environment that was uneven and irregular. This steadied my frames in order to create a natural viewpoint, as if the camera was never there. Using this in comparison to my own Veblen Sherpa 200R tripod makes a massive difference, as my own was stiff and you were able to attach the camcorder with such ease. Another feature of this product I thought was particularly useful was the joystick head with ergonomic handle. The reason being I was able to swiftly switch the position of my camera and resume filming. However, whilst filming with the joystick it would slightly jolt, and if I was filming a pan shot or if I hadn't tightened the handle well enough, giving the film quality an amateur feel, as if I'd taken a lot less care than the other stable shots. For further development of my work, I used a software that was installed into the Apple Macs, beginning with iMovie. This program is a similar filmmaker and a click and insert process to arrange my clips or images into a sequence. I had used this for small pieces of work such as my animatic and preliminary task, as the add-ons were less complex and professional than the other programs that I had used. Final Cut was the dominant filmmaking program which was available to use. Its features were much more enhanced and there was a great deal of them in comparison to iMovie. The editing process was not easy, however I knew that the end product would be a lot more pristine. Examples of features accessible to me were the color corrector tools to make an impact between flashback and real life, and the music and sound enhancing tools, enhancing the quality of dialogue and music. Other than film clips and photographs, I had to include both music and production cards to include in my work. The software I used to create these two products were GarageBand and Photoshop. These two programs aided me with the very important aspects of my opening sequence that I would need to hit precisely to increase the chance of my work becoming more professional. GarageBand helping me to introduce suspense to my chase scene and atmosphere to the home scene. Photoshop would help me accurately represent the production and distribution company labels. I used the website wordpress.com to log my work ongoing throughout the process of producing my opening sequence. This site, when a set out is chosen, is a smart way of keeping work up to date as well as being able to share your process with others. The website provides you with the basics of a blog, and from beginning to end I have been able to extend my work. Looking back upon the start of my work on the blog, a lot of the primary posts especially are simple and unorganised. However, further on I have made progress by using other functions to lay out my design appropriately, for example Scribd and YouTube. Apart from the layout, I have also made posts more textual and detailed. Other websites include ScriptBuddy and Dafont and sfx.com. Simple to access websites offering me simple aids to create a better opening sequence, each involving significant factors of my sequence. Script writing, teaching me the structure and sequence of my scripting. Fonts, discovering importance of connotations of my genre, and using sound effects to orientate the audience with the appropriate locations.